large tract of land out here. Well, I should say, I think it's about 32 acres. I'm going to go out here and take a look at it. I thought it would be interesting to just get a little bit of an idea what the lay of the land out here and get some understanding of what the country's like. So.
Turn left onto Piney Post Office Road.
Okay, this is Piney Post Office. Yeah, Piney Post Office Road. Okay, getting some snow here, so I'm gonna have to move right along. So this is the top of the top of the lot. Okay, you see those telephone poles there. Property line goes right down here and then it juts to the right. This is the top. You can see back in here, this is all pine. Imagine that. Piney Creek. But up here, this ground up here is high. There's a ridge up here. It's part of the property. And I'm told that there are views up there. I haven't been up there yet, but I'm getting ready to. Get out of the truck and we'll check it out. Okay, so this is Potato Creek, where Potato Creek comes under Piney Post Office Road. Actually, it's flowing. Give you an idea how big this creek is. We'll get a look here real quick. I would imagine that there's a lot of water coming down here in the spring or after a storm. There hasn't been a lot of rain recently that I'm aware of. And that's a pretty healthy stream. So today is kind of a fact-finding mission on this piece of property. 31 acres, Piney Post Office Road, Piney Creek, North Carolina, west of Sparta, North Carolina. And you can see it's snowing pretty good. I am gonna go into the woods, and there's a ridge line right over here. The creek, there is a creek, Potato Creek, actually winds around, but there's another creek that runs up through here. And on either side is a ridge. It appears this side, the south side, is steeper and taller, and I'm gonna go up there. All right, we'll see what we find. I like this ground already. I'll tell you why. It's got roll, but it's not so steep that you can't walk up it. And I've been on land like that before. Costs a lot of money to develop it. And, you know, if you can't walk on it, what are you going to do with it? Anyway, you can see this is not like that. A lot of deer track. So I'm trying to move along perpendicular or parallel to Potato Creek. It's just down this ridge here. One thing I'll say about this lot, it's quiet. I mean, do you hear that? Peaceful. There's, I don't know how old this trail is, but there's a trail. You can see it right down here, right here. I presume goes right down to the creek. I'm about in the middle of the lot right now, just about in the middle. And I think what we'll do is we'll walk down this trail. I think you'd have some views off this way with some trimming. You know, one of the thoughts I had was there's some timber in here. I don't know how much more you could get out of it if you left it. I'm not the guy to answer that question, but you know, you could almost just timber part of this ridge and automatically have some beautiful views here. That ridge is continuing to get steep, taller up on this end. Deer prints everywhere. Everywhere. So it looks like what's happening is this creek is running down into Potato Creek. So let's walk down there and just see where we get to. I mean, the deer sign, that's a deer trail. Look at that. Okay, so I learned something here. Potato Creek comes here, winds around, it's still on the property. So maybe if you want to be near the creek, you build over in here somewhere. This is a big creek. So I guess if the water is important to you, you're not going to build up on that big ridge. You're probably going to build down here in the flat land somewhere. But it's a beautiful piece of ground. Very pretty. Pine trees everywhere. Seller's agent says the timber's ready. I would tend to agree with her. So, all right, there you have it. 30.8 acres. Piney Creek, Piney Post Office Road, Piney Creek, North Carolina. $165,000. Some of the prettiest land you'll ever find. Call or message me for all of your real estate needs. David Salmonson, Realty One Group Results. Thank you.